Boing.
Let's take a look at figure blending. Please note that this tutorial was created on an iPad Pro running Animation Pro version 2.5. Your screens may look a little different. Animation Pro 2.5 introduces the ability to blend one figure with another to produce some really cool effects. Let's take a look. Here is a figure I like to call Bob. Bob enjoys lowering his head and playing with palindromes. And here is a little green alien figure called Yugle. To blend Bob with Yugle, I can start by selecting Bob by tapping on his anchor point. I can then drag my finger from Bob's hub to Yugle's anchor point, at which point Animation Pro will display an options popover, from which I can select Blend. And through the magic of several months of coding, Yugle has now been blended with Bob. Now Animation Pro will automatically open the figure inspector to display the blend category, so that you can choose what type of blend you would like to perform, known as the blend mode, and how strong that blend should be. As you can see here, Animation Pro will, by default, perform a normal blend at 50% strength. I can, however, produce a bunch of different effects by changing these parameters. A 100% out, for example, will effectively take a Yugle-shaped bite out of Bob. Now, whenever a figure, such as Yugle in this case, is used in a blend operation, it will be displayed with a red outline. That will allow you to see Yugle even when the figure no longer overlaps Bob. The red outline will, of course, not be shown whenever the frame is rendered as an image or exported as part of an animation. So where might you use such a feature? Great question, and thank you for asking. Let's take a look at a quick example that utilizes some of the more advanced features found in Animation Pro. Here's Bob once again in a frame all by himself. Using the Add menu, I'll start by creating a clone of Bob. Now the thing about clones is that, by default, they'll clone all of the properties of their parent figure. So Bob's clone will be an exact copy of Bob. In this case, however, I'll make it a flipped version of Bob, rotated 180 degrees. Now, if I move the clone below Bob, it's starting to look like a reflection. If I move Bob though, the clone moves with him, which isn't really appropriate for a reflection. So I'll reselect the clone, open the clone category in the figure inspector, and choose Reverse Y for its movement. Now, when I move Bob up and down, the clone goes in the opposite direction, which makes a lot more sense for a reflection. Now this is where it starts to get fun. I'll go to the Add menu again, and this time I'll choose Image as a figure, and then, when the file manager is displayed, I'll select Blank. Now I have a new figure containing a single blank item in my frame. Why? Well, I can tap on the handle of that item and choose to draw upon it. And that will allow me to construct a pretty quick and somewhat crude puddle as shown. I'll then move it behind Bob by adjusting its Z order. Finally, and this is where blending comes into play, I can blend that puddle with Bob's clone by dragging my finger from the puddle's hub to the clone's anchor point, and by selecting Blend from the options popover. And hey presto! I now have a working reflection of Bob that's only displayed inside the puddle. Now that did take a little bit of time to set up, but now I have a pretty cool reflection that will update automatically as Bob is manipulated, and that'll save me a lot of time whilst animating. Finally, to remove a blend, you can do the hub anchor point drag again and choose the Remove Blend option, or alternatively, select either figure involved in the blend and remove the blend using the button located here within the blend category of the figure inspector. And that, my friends, was a very quick introduction to the new figure blending features found in Animation Pro 2.5. For more information, please refer to the Figure Inspector topic within the Animation Pro help. I hope you found that as informative as I did. Thanks for watching.